Mark, we'll talk about Plymouth in a minute, but I know it's been a busy couple of days for you trying to get players in and one or two players leaving. Let's start with the players that have come in. Tom Dallison, centre half from Brighton, and Andy Bond, experienced midfield player.
It's just important we get some fresh faces. Obviously we're losing Waltz to the 3-game suspension. We needed a midfield player as well, so Andy's come in as a replacement for that. We've signed Andy till the end of the season. We nearly took him in January. He's another body, but he's a bit of wealth of experience.
Yeah.
He's been there, done it. He can play a couple of positions, and he was a free agent as well, which, although attached to a club, surely have been brilliant and allowed him to be released from his contract and be able to come down here, which is important for us. We can't have more than 5 loans, and we need some bodies. And finally delighted to get Andy. I think he'll be a good little addition to the group.
And as joining the sort of ex-Stevenage contingent, he knows quite a few of the lads here, which obviously helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, and obviously that'll be a good thing, I think. And him and Tom, who we've watched, throughout the season progress, got better and better in the 21s for Brighton. You see the size of him. He's a good size. He's athletic. He heads it. He's got a great strike on him. He can defend, and we're more than willing and more than happy for him to come and keep learning and hopefully do well.
Yeah, I was going to say he's played here 3 times actually this season. Twice for Brighton under 21s and in that friendly as well. So it's not like it's unfamiliar territory for him.
No, and like I said, I've been speaking to his agent in Brighton a while about him, keeping tabs on him, and we just think he's ready for it. And we need some help, like I said, and we're delighted that they've both joined us.
Now Ross Jenkins has left to go and play in Romania. I guess the opportunity for him to get a long contract out there, or a longer contract, a bit of stability, couldn't really stand in his way.
I think with due respect to Ross, it didn't quite work how we anticipated it working, and I think he was struggling in terms of what we were paying him, and travelling down from Watford nearly every day. I think he was, and it's tough for everybody. But and I'm not making excuses for the boy, but I think he was just in a place where he saw this opportunity, a longer term contract, and I felt a little bit sorry for him, to be fair, in the sense that he hadn't been playing as much as he probably anticipated when we signed him. He'd been talking about this potential move, and it happened to happen this week. And listen, I'm not going to stand in people's way. I tried to get it to last a bit longer, but it needed to be done by this weekend, I think. So Ross has left, and our best wishes go to him, and good luck to him. But obviously it doesn't help us. But that's why it's important to bring in a couple of fresh faces.
Now Plymouth tomorrow. No bigger test really in the league at the moment, perhaps apart from Northampton.
Yeah.
But great game really. They're going to bring a lot of supporters with them.
Yeah.
We gave them a good game down at Home Park, didn't we? Should be a decent occasion, and with our home form, a game that we can go into and think we can definitely get something out of it.
Absolutely, we have to, and that's the case every single game we play. There really is fine margins between teams at times. For a game and a half now, we've been excellent. And probably 45 against Accrington. First half was really good, and then second half we imploded with the goal immediately after the break, and then the disruption with Waltz going off sent off, and John Aston going off injured really disrupted us, really opened the game up, and unfortunately, we're sitting here on the back of a pretty heavy defeat in the end. But the game was far from like that until that 67th minute or 65th minute, whenever it happened. And listen, every game is tough in this division, whether it's at the bottom or against the top. And I'm looking for a response of my players, definitely. Because I think we didn't do ourselves justice second half, and I'm looking for a response. We've had a different week on the training ground this week, but hopefully they respond in the right way. They respond to a couple of fresh faces, and we go and give a really good side a really good game.